What was the multiplane camera's impact on Disney Renaissance? Imagine watching a Disney movie and feeling like you're right there in the scene, with layers of scenery moving around you. That magic was made possible by the multiplane camera. This device was a game changer for Disney movies long before the 1990s. It created a sense of depth by stacking painted backgrounds on glass layers and moving them at different speeds. This made scenes look more realistic and lively, adding a whole new dimension to animation. Although the original multiplane camera was built in the 1930s and 1940s, its influence carried into the Disney Renaissance era, which was from the late 1980s to the early 1990s. During this time, Disney combined traditional hand-drawn animation with new digital tools. They used a system called the Computer Animation Production System, or CAPS, which allowed them to simulate the multiplane camera effects digitally. This meant they could layer characters and backgrounds separately and move them around in a three-dimensional space. For example, in the famous ballroom dance scene in Beauty and the Beast, the camera moves through layered animation to give a sweeping, immersive feel. The impact of the multiplane camera was huge because it helped create the rich, layered visuals that became a signature of the Disney Renaissance. It allowed artists to craft scenes with realistic depth and movement without losing the warmth of hand-drawn art. It also made musical numbers and action scenes more dynamic and engaging. The legacy of the multiplane camera is clear in how Disney movies from this era look and feel. It bridged the gap between old-fashioned craftsmanship and modern technology, making movies like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and The Lion King visually stunning and emotionally captivating. So, in simple words, the multiplane camera helped Disney make movies that looked more alive and immersive, and its influence is still felt in animation today.